Hi, my name is Samantha and this is my audience.
I'm Asia.
Alex.
Brittany. Today we're going to talk about the loss of art in schools. Today I would like to talk about why art is important for children and how there are problems in the current art education system that can negatively affect a child. When I was in about 3rd grade, we were doing this pottery segment and we were all making vases and everyone's looked exactly the same. So I decided to make mine slightly different by making the sides flat and giving it a weird octagon shape. And by the end of it, it was ugly, but everyone thought, wow, that's so cool. I can't believe you made that. And I had this pride of ownership. That boosted my confidence tremendously. And that's one of the things that it can do for children, is art can give a child who usually sits in the back and doesn't talk a sense of pride and confidence towards their work because they made that and they worked hard on that and they deserve to be proud and feel accomplishment for those works. I wouldn't have had that feeling if it wasn't for the encouragement I got from my peers and my teachers. It's extremely important to give that to a child. Allow them to explore art and get comfortable with it and encourage them to better understand it. It also greatly influences their individuality, allowing them to use different mediums, having a freedom to express themselves in different ways and choose what they want to do or make, and not giving them a right or a wrong, just giving them the freedom to do what they need. It really allows them to open up with themselves and others and feel comfortable. Another thing is with opening up, it really works with communication. A child can express their feelings and thoughts in ways that they couldn't put down on words. They can use color, style, medium, images to help us understand them and what they're thinking. Linka Mirnikova did an art-based program where she focused it on a difficult class who had a bunch of problematic children, and she taught them how to better communicate with each other and their teacher by using art. They talked about their art and made projects together, and they learned more about themselves and the people around them. It didn't immediately change everything in the classroom, but it was a great start. Other things that can come from art are motor skills or language development when talking about their art, using art projects for other subjects like how better understanding seasons by identifying the colors and things that go along with it, like flowers or white snow or things like that, so that they can better visualize what's going on. And an extremely important part of art is inventiveness, thinking outside the box. This can help in all subjects for the rest of their life. Being able to think of solutions or going about something a different way can really influence a child. Unfortunately, while there are all these wonderful things to go along with art, it usually gets the back seat in education. No Child Left Behind mainly focuses on math and English and those standardized testing, and art gets booted out because it's seen as less academic and people don't realize the value that comes along with it. And then when they try to standardize it, it backfires. Hallam et al. Did a whole study on standardized creativity tests and trying to fit a child into a box rather than allowing them to explore. They were looking for neat, clear pictures that were surface level and not seeing deeper meanings of things, which really negatively affected a child and how they felt about their art. Another setback is funds. Because people don't see art as important, it usually gets cut off. Rapkin said that, "I think the biggest reason for the cutting of our education has to do with the misconception about cognitive values of art. That for most part, people think about the arts as things that are effective and expressive, but not academic and cognitive." Because of this misunderstanding, the first thing to go is usually the arts, which can really negatively affect a child in the future. For example, without art education, low-income students are at a huge disadvantage. Eric Copper stated that art education enables those children from a financially challenged background and have a more level playing field with children who have those enrichment experiences. A lot of parents who are in better financial situations can take their kids to the art museums or different art programs, or allow them to do after-school activities that involve art, such as pottery or painting and so on. So when a parent doesn't have that financial stability, a child is really put at a disadvantage. They don't understand different artists or what they mean or what's going on in artwork, and they're left behind. Another thing is, children who are solely interested in the arts or have extremely passionate artistic side lose interest in school if it's not present. If art education is put to the back burner or taken out completely, a child will then become uninterested in school because their favorite outlet is gone. Then when it comes to all the positive developments that I stated in the beginning of this speech, a child can lose all of those confidence boosters. They can lose the way of communicating or expressing themselves. Its poets explored the child's natural capabilities to use art as a medium to communicate about themselves and about how they understand the world around them. So without that outlet and without that understanding, we can be lost in how a child feels about themselves or about the world around them and what's going on in their life, and we can lose a lot with that child. And then there are the motor skills or language development or inventiveness that came along with art that is stripped away, and they have to be made up other ways, which is very difficult to do in a school that focuses on standardized testing and getting that score. In conclusion, people aren't aware of the benefits that art places for a child. They don't see the influence, they aren't aware of the influence that it has on the child's development or their lives. So it ends up falling through the cracks of our education, and the children lose those things because we don't make an effort to show the importance of art to voters or people who are in charge of educational boards, and they lose a lot from losing that art program.